So, what is it? What's the big announcement? Guys, NotTimmy66 is going postal. That's right. United States Post Office. So there's a lot of personal reasons as to why I've made the decision and the choice and accepted the position with the United States Post Office as a city carrier. And you may say, well, you just made a whole video about working for somebody else and, not having enough time for yourself and things like that. And, being your own boss. And those things, don't get me wrong, are great, guys. They are. But situations change, and there's some personal things that have happened in my own personal life which have prompted me to seek employment to where I get some really good benefits and also have some job security moving forward, like right out the gate. Okay, and I'm not going to get into all those right now, but I'm just saying everybody's situation is different. And if you are working for yourself, if you are doing independent courier work, more power to you, man. I'm 100%, 150% behind you. Matter of fact, I'm jealous because you all know, once I start working with the post office, of course I'll be taking you with me, but once I start working for the post office, man, I'm going to be owned by the post office pretty much, right? For at least the first 2 years, because you start out as what's called a CCA, City Carrier Assistant, right? And the first 90 days is a probationary period, and then after that you're still a CCA until you move up far enough on the list that you become a regular employee. And I'm going to go through this, and you guys are, if you stick with me, are going to all see this adventure unfold, because I'm definitely taking you along for this ride. So don't get it twisted, or don't get me wrong one way or the other. There are great avenues of working for yourself and great avenues to pursue as far as independent contracting, doing app jobs, doing gig work, stuff like that. And if you can make it work for you, more power to you. If I personally could make it work for me in what I have coming up in my future, I would do it in a heartbeat. But guys, I just can't. So I might as well, if I'm going to take a job, take a dang good job, right? And I know I've done the research on it, and I have seen how hard you work. You're working 12-hour days, you're working 10-hour days, you're working Saturdays, you're working Sundays. Sometimes you're working 6 days a week, sometimes you're working 7 days a week. I've seen it all, and I've considered it all, and I've made my choice. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm excited, man. That's the big announcement. That's what I've been working on. I had 2 in the works. I had a job with the FDA, and I also had the Postal Service. And let me explain a little bit about how long it takes to get hired on at the post office, man. It ain't easy. So after my Federal Express situation, and I announced I was going to work for Federal Express, and all of that happened. If you guys go back in the videos and look, you'll understand why I was a little bit hesitant to kind of jump out there until I knew for sure that I had something, right? I wasn't going to, I felt like maybe I was not stringing people along, but, the experience basically sucked, and I didn't want to do that again. It's not worrying about jinxing myself per se, but I didn't want to, if you're following me and you're getting hopeful for me to take a position, I didn't want to say I had something before I actually had it and knew for sure that I had it. Well, I know for sure I have it now. I'm just waiting on the orientation to start, and we'll get going with that. But I did my research. I've had months to do my research, and that ties into how long it takes, man. It took me a long time. I had applied for the United States Post Office back in the day when I actually applied for Express, Federal Express. So since then, I want to say, what was that, June Mid-June to early July is when I actually started this entire process. And then it took them a month or two to send me paperwork saying, hey, are you still interested in this position? If you are, we need you to take a test. So I took the postal exam, and I scored pretty high. I got like a 97 on it, sent it in, and I didn't really worry too much about it because I didn't really think I was going to get it, to be honest with you. So time went on. I went through the Federal Express thing, and then I went through the FedEx Ground thing, and you all saw how that happened. Well, in the meantime, all this stuff is going on in the background with the Postal Service, and also there was an FDA job opportunity that came available to me, and I have just turned it down in lieu of the post office because overall the post office is going to have better benefits for me and my family moving down the road, and better retirement too. The FDA job was more working for a contracting service tied into the FDA. You weren't actually working for the FDA per se. With this, I'll actually be working for the United States Post Office. That's right. You're going to see one of them hats on me. Anyway, so this whole process is going on, and now we're talking about what is today, the 9th of September. So we're talking about the 9th of September now. And I finally got the call today, the official job offer per se. So anyway, let me go back. So I complete all that, and then I get a conditional job offer in the mail, and it's very clear: don't quit your job. This takes a long time, but if you want to move forward with the process, here's what you need to do. We're going to do a 7-year work history background check. We're going to do a drug test. We're going to do what else was it they were going to do? Fingerprinting through the FBI. And you're going to have to go through this huge, long questionnaire thing. So, in my spare time, when I wasn't doing delivery work and stuff like that, and I wasn't making videos for y'all, I was going home and I was plugging away at it, right? And I send that in. Another couple of weeks go by. I don't hear anything. You do not hear anything. I was shocked to get a phone call from the post office. I got 2 today, actually. Well, yeah, I had 2 phone calls in like an hour from the post office. So they do actually know how to use phones. I was wondering, because everything's done through email. So I get done with that, and I get a notification, and I almost missed it. It was in the email saying, hey, we need you to go in and take your fingerprinting, and we need it done like yesterday. You only have till X day to do it, or this whole job thing's off. So I hurry up, and I drive down to the post office, the local one here in Fort Worth near my house, and go in, and they fingerprint me, and crickets. Again, don't hear anything. And I'm like, maybe they didn't, and I didn't go in and check the status or call people like I was doing with Federal Express. I was driving the recruiters nuts and stuff like that. I just kind of let it ride and kept doing my own thing with the medical courier. Long story short, I was thinking, maybe they just, didn't want to hire me for whatever reason, and I got the call today. Starts at a really, really good wage. After 8 hours, you get paid time and a half, and then after 10 hours, it's double time. So, and it pays bi-weekly, and you do get the full benefit. You do not get the full regular postal employee benefits until you become a regular with the post office. Let me be clear on that. But you do get really good benefits. You do really get a retirement plan, which is super important to me. And you do get that steady income coming in. Now, will I be working a lot? Yes, I'll be working a lot. Does my family understand that? Yes, they do. Do I understand it more importantly than anything else? Yes, I do. I will not be able to pick and choose my hours any longer. I will not be able to work when I want to any longer. But sometimes, guys, you have responsibilities in life, and you all know this. You're not stupid at all. Because you watch my channel, I know you're not stupid. That was kind of arrogant, wasn't it? Anyway, I digress. You guys aren't dumb. You have responsibilities, you have kids that you're raising, you have a household to take care of, you have car payments, you have things like that. You have issues maybe with people's health and other people's jobs and things like that come into play, man. And you have to make choices in life. And I've made this one, guys, and I hope you support me, man. Let me know. Thumbs up or down. I mean, I've heard people both ways say, don't do it, man. You're going to be married. You're never going to have time for this, that, and the other thing. I understand all that going in. And I'm not going to bitch about it. You may hear me say, man, I've been working a lot. But I'm not going to bitch about it. I expect it. I expect it. And I accept it. Because in the long run, when I look at the long-term goal at the end of the day, when everything's said and done, if my wife's job goes away, I have a good job to support my family. If my kids get really sick, I have great benefits. If my wife gets really sick, I have great benefits. When I retire, I'm going to have money in the bank and things that I need. And this is a good, solid plan for me. So guys, that's it. That's a big announcement. I hope that you enjoy this announcement. I've got a lot more content to come with this. A lot more excitement to come. And by the way, it's going to be a couple of weeks before they even send me the email for the orientation. They did confirm that. Again, with the government, everything takes time. So I will definitely keep you posted as things roll along and things move along. But so I'll be doing gig work. I'm not just going to sit on my butt and wait for this job to come through and eat popcorn and watch Netflix all day, right? You guys know me better than that. I get out and I work. So that's it, man. That's the announcement. I hope you guys are excited as I am about this. I hope that you guys follow along for the journey. I definitely will be taking a look. Everywhere I go, I've got a camera because I always take my cell phone with me. And once I get to a point where I'm out delivering and stuff like that, y'all are going to see some real inner workings of the post office as much as I can absolutely show. That I promise you. Because it's going to be a huge adventure, guys. I'm excited about it. I am super pumped for what's to come in the future, and I want to thank everybody that watches my channel, man. We're to 106 subscribers now. We're moving up even faster and faster as we go, and hopefully we'll be to 500, 1,000, and beyond, and we'll do more giveaways as we roll along, and I'll make more announcements with that. But that's the big announcement for today, guys. That's it. Now I got to get out there and try to do some delivery work or do some work around the house or do something. So I'm going to let y'all go. But before I do, keep in mind one important thing that you should never forget, that no matter what you do in life, always make it count. NotTimmy66 is out.